I caught her coming from the direction of his house one night. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. I am a 46 male and my wife is 36. We have 2 children, 10/6, and this is my second marriage, her first. My first marriage ended in my ex-wife having an affair after 6 years. My current wife and I have been together for 16 years and married for 11. I'm not really sure where to start. I hope I can have a dialogue with some folks who maybe have been down the gray road of fidelity in their marriage and how it turned out. Our relationship literally started on a one-night stand. It was our relationship for the first 6 months to a year. We were not exclusive, but we ended up dating. I proposed after 5+ years and here we are. Most people would say we have a good marriage, and I agree, but something has changed recently. So she is a teacher and at the beginning of this year the school hired a new principal, M50-ish. He and his wife moved to our town and the principal's wife, F49 I think, teaches at the school too. Almost immediately I noted a difference in my wife, or specifically her job. She is very intelligent and a hard worker for what she cares about and has always loved teaching. Well, she really cranked it up about 20 notches this year. And most of what she was doing was to help the new principal get set in his new setting. To be fair, he is a breath of fresh air and is a nice change from the old principal. But she was making cheat sheets, charts, you name it, she was his right-hand man. So since then I have noticed a lot of little things that I have described to a friend of mine and he thinks they are major red flags, but there are some very non-red flags too, hope that makes sense. She doesn't do the things my ex did, like disappear for hours, or hasn't lost a bunch of weight, she hasn't bought new underwear, that I have seen, or bras, so I really don't think an affair has started, yet. But there are other things, like lying to me about times that he has texted her, has a Snapchat account with selfies I've never seen before and no pictures of me, just her and the kids. She almost seems like a single mom there. I caught her coming from the direction of his house one night. They, my wife and principal, were chaperones for a school dance with other people and she was coming from the direction of his house right around the time the dance was supposed to end, not hours later, and she had a really elaborate excuse about why she was on that side of town. We live in a really, really small town. She always talks about him and it's always good stuff, but never mentions his wife, who she works with too, and the other night she asked me what I thought about their marriage. I'm like, I have no idea, and I asked why she cared and she said she was just curious. One of the times that she was talking about him I said, in context, that his wife has really pretty eyes, just to see what she would say and do. She said, yeah, then got really quiet and stopped talking about him. She was not upset at me, I can tell that it just changed her general attitude. Something recently has really stuck in my mind. We were in the kitchen a while back just chatting about life and our marriage, light stuff. Well, I think I said something about how we struggle to show compassion to one another, and she said, I have often wondered if our relationship would have started differently, if we would be better at that. I said something like, yeah, but if things would have happened differently we wouldn't be together. She kind of scoffed at that and said something to the effect of, she knows that, but that's not the point, or something like that. She has gotten more negative in general. She forgets when we have lunch planned sometimes. She never used to forget stuff like that. Just today she said she was going to come to visit me at work around 1. I told her not to worry about it, but she said no, I'll still come over, and she didn't show and didn't text that she wasn't coming over. Very, very odd for her. When I asked her why she didn't tell me, she got all defensive and kind of blamed me for it. Our intimacy has changed a little during this time, either she is way into it or not at all. The frequency has remained the same and nothing specific has changed, just her fervor. I love my wife and I believe she loves me and I really want us to work out. I just have a terrible reflex to withdraw when I see warning signs based on how my first marriage ended. Here's the second story. We have been together for 16 years, I am 34 meters and she is 36F. We met in college and have been together ever since, and we have a 4-year-old, married for 5 years. The cheating happened when we were pursuing our postgraduate courses in different countries. She cheated on me a total of 5 times, she was there for 2 years, according to her. To say I am shocked would be an understatement, but I am also angry. We have never been happier, so why tell me now? Why not take it to your grave? We not only survived the COVID lockdowns as a couple, but our relationship became even stronger and better. Our sex life is on fire and our emotional connection is awesome as well. The cheating happened while she was studying in the UK for her PG in economics, and she used to drink a lot those days and was living out her party girl persona. She had sex with 3 men and made out/groped with the other 3. She says she ultimately realized her mistake but was too much of a coward to tell me because it would have meant an end to our relationship. So she cleaned up her life, stopped drinking, and cut out friends who encouraged this sort of behavior. And there are frankly zero red flags in her life: no drinking, no dangerous friends, no unhealthy behavior like spending too much time on the phone or hiding it or leaving me to take a call. As to why she told me now, well, her uncle and aunt are separated after 20 years of marriage. It was not infidelity related, but she had lied to him over the years and had bought some jewelry without telling him, and it caused a huge rift between them. So my wife realized that harmful secrets have a way to destroy a relationship even years after. Even then, it took her 1 month to gather the courage to tell me the truth. Here's the third story. Me and the dude work at the same place. The problem is that I cannot simply change my job. It is a delicate one. We are basically cops but dealing with serious cases like murders and kidnappings. A job change is possible, but I would lose a lot. So, almost daily we run into each other. The worst part is that I let it happen. I knew she was cheating on me with him for like 2 months. This guy is calling her during dinner, and I really think he is doing it on purpose. He knows I am at home. I am just tolerant. I should not be, but we've been married for 8 years and I don't want to throw it all away. I know she sleeps with him, and I found out she slept with him in our bed too. I am laughed at by everyone. Some in my face, most behind my back. We are from East Europe. Here, this type of humiliation is the worst. And a few days ago he was promoted too. He already had a good function for his age, but due to the fact he is in such good shape physically, he does a very good job usually. Also, he is much more violent than me. We worked on some cases together, something with drug dealers, and he treated the guys very brutally. I am more human, so to speak. I feel like it, I feel worthless. I want my wife back, I want him out of my life, I want to keep my job, and I have never been so low in my entire life. What should the next move be? Why does he keep doing this? Why does he call her when knows I am home, have sex with her in my bed, and when we are on the shift he acts friendly like nothing is happening? And what also annoys me, the dude is indeed good looking. I confronted her and she told me he is very good in bed. I asked in what way and she said he pulls her hair and stuff. I was never comfortable doing this thing. 2 weeks ago I moved out. She should have done that, but I moved. She keeps calling me and messaging me telling me to act like an adult. Would you give her a second chance? Here are some of the best comments from our community. Love yourself enough to realize you don't have to take any of whatever this BS is. Obviously she's not a great prize. He can have her, and her appeal would diminish anyway if you take away the thrill of being on the wrong end of a tryst. If she cheated on you for him, she'd do him the same way if they get together. There's women out there who are on the same wavelength as you. Stop wasting your time and torturing yourself. Get some therapy, reclaim your dignity, and then find someone who values you the way a mate should be valued. My word. It sounds almost like you enjoy being a cuckold? This is not normal, or healthy. In any capacity I suggest you leave and consider being single for a while. You also need to have the confidence and courage to let this co-worker know how his actions are wrong and hurt you deeply. You shouldn't tolerate it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.